Hello, and welcome to Timing is Everything, a program of Care Dimensions. I know you're not used to seeing us on location, but we are so thrilled. We're here on location today at Diamond Brook Farm in Boxford. I am so thrilled about this. And we're here with Laurie Lowe, and we're here to talk about Minis with a Mission. So Laurie, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Mary, so much. I'm so glad that you guys are here to join us today.
Oh, we're thrilled. And I'm going to tell you, this is we've only done a couple of shows on location. So this is our second one. So this is really fun.
Super.
So I want you to tell us a little bit about yourself, Laurie, first.
Sure. So Mary, I'm a pharmacist by training, and I work in a global pharmaceutical company. And I live in Ipswich, Massachusetts.
Fabulous. So Minis with a Mission, how did it come to be?
Oh boy, Mary. I have quite the journey that has brought me to Minis with a Mission. Starting off with, in October of 2019, I had a knock at my door informing me that I had a donkey in my front yard. And that little donkey that I'm talking about right now is Bucko. He's my miniature donkey that showed up in my front yard. He found me, is what I say, and led me on this journey. He eventually was taken back by his owner that same morning when his owner found him. But several months later, I had been looking for an opportunity to do something good in my community, volunteering, something where I can make a difference and meet people in my community. And I saw that a rescue needed volunteers, and I was like, I need to listen to what this little guy was telling me. And so I said, that's my calling.
Isn't that fabulous?
Yeah, and so I went to the rescue. I was able to find him again. I literally got in my car, drove around, and found him again. And the owners, knowing that donkeys need companions, and he had lost his companion, they said, if you can bond with him, you're welcome to adopt him.
Oh
and
my
so
gosh.
So hence here I am with Bucko, the miniature donkey, and I later was able to adopt his girlfriend, unrequited love girlfriend now, Flossie. And at that rescue I met a wonderful lady, Marianne Hartman, and she is a Swampscott native. She had been working at the rescue with her 3 miniature horses, Romeo, Fluffernutter, and Pixie.
I love the names.
And yeah, I do too. And she'd been taking them out into the community and taking them to memory facilities and assisted living homes. And the response with that human equine connection in those moments just really drew her in. And I sort of experienced that as well with my donkeys.
Wow.
And so we were on board together, and we formed Minis with a Mission with a lot of volunteers. We are an all volunteer nonprofit organization. We just got our 501c3 this spring. Wow. Even though we've been doing this for about 6 years, we are now official, and we are ready to go and spread some joy with our minis in the community.
That is fabulous. And we're going to get into that more because I want to talk about the impact and all. Yeah. But I also want to say that we had the good fortune of having you and Minis with a Mission at the Kaplan Family Hospice House not so long ago.
That's right.
And the patients there and the families of the patients responded amazing. It was something that was really very profound for them.
Yeah.
And obviously we don't disclose names and things like that, but what I was told too is that one individual actually had a form of Alzheimer's, and that this person responded amazing and had just such an amazing positive reaction to the mini horses. And the other thing was that we had another person there who actually had visual deficits. And so she couldn't see the horses because she was blind, but she actually sensorily, she was able to touch and to actually interact with the horses, and that was an amazing experience for her as well.
Yeah, I mean, Mary, that's so great to hear that feedback, because we don't always get to hear the follow-up of the experiences. We can see from our end what happens, but we don't always get to hear those wonderful stories, and we hear that all the time. I mean, these animals, one of the things that I fell in love with Bucko, he taught me in the moment that you have to be present.
Yeah.
You have to be in the moment. And I love your timing is everything. Yeah. What lesson he taught me that the most important time is the now.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's what Bucko's taught me. Being in that corporate environment where I'm on a go, 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 go all the time, he taught me that lesson of being present in the moment.
Yeah.
And I think that's what these animals will do. when they were at that hospice, you could see that it really gives comfort to a lot of people, the family members and to the patients, to be able to just forget about everything, and just be in the moment, and enjoy these wonderful animals. And your point of the tactile, just the feel of these animals, their softness. I mean, they have the most velvety noses that you can ever experience. So that's wonderful to hear that experience happened with people at your facility.
You know, and it's amazing because I had said when I first got here, I was going to kind of try to keep a little bit of a distance because of my allergies and things like that. And then I said, I can't keep my hands off of them, and I love animals, but it's amazing. And again, I think that's a reaction from not just me, for most people. I also love when you were talking about the experience with the donkey in your yard. Boy, talk about keeping our minds and our hearts open for things, and how, again, opportunity and how things can take us a whole different journey in life.
You know, I really do believe he came into my life for a reason. He's taught me so many things. And I've realized that in our interactions in the community, that these horses, we work with them. They don't work for us. We work with them, and they teach us every single day. And every time we take a journey with them, we learn more and more. So
that's fabulous.
It's wonderful.
Tell us a little bit. I mean, here we are. We're at Diamond Brook Farm, right? So talk a little bit about that.
Boy. So I don't know how we got so fortunate to find Diamond Brook Farm, but Diamond Brook Farm is a family farm that's been in existence since the 1950s. There's two sisters, Renee Cooper and Erica Cooper, that have brought this farm back to life. They lost their parents tragically about 6 years ago, I want to say, and they decided they wanted to bring this whole place back to life. So we found them as a boarding facility. I love being a part of a journey, of a growth for these people that are passionate as much as we are about the human-equine connection. So here we are. They're kind enough to host us today and join us and Minis with a Mission in our journey as well.
And I have had the sheer pleasure this morning of talking with Renee. The passion it's unbelievable. And I'll tell you, this is a place you've got to get in touch with. You've got to get in touch with you guys about this, because this is powerful. It's contagious. That really the passion and the compassion that you guys exude is unbelievable. So talk a little bit more here about the Minis with a Mission now, because now we got donkeys going on here. We got mini horses. We do. Talk about that and how they work, how they impact people, all of that.
Absolutely. Okay. So so Minis with a Mission, as I mentioned, is a all volunteer nonprofit organization, and our mission is to provide the opportunity for everyone to have an opportunity to experience a human-equine connection, their healing, and the joy that they bring. And so we have our donkeys, Bucko and Flossie and Pearl over there. We have some mini horses here. We have Ginny. And we also have 3 other horses at another farm. They're mini horses called the Romeo, Fluffernutter, and Pixie that are there. So what we do is we look for opportunities to just have outreach in the community. And that could be things like assisted living homes, hospice care, libraries, anywhere where there might be an opportunity to spread joy, which we all know we need right now. So the fascinating thing about donkeys and horses, which is really can explain a lot of their healing powers. I mean, the joy is obvious, right? They're adorable. They're majestic, beautiful animals. They have this really gentle temperament. But the healing part is fascinating. If you think about the natural living situation of a horse, right, and their history. So horses are prey animals, right? Horses and donkeys. When I say we always kind of refer back to just horses when we're referring to donkeys too, but they're prey animals. So what that means is they are very astutely alert of themselves and the environment around them. So what does that mean? That means that they can really sense everything that's around them in terms of energy and feelings. So we know that in the wild environment of that a horse can actually hear the heartbeat of an attacking predator over 2 football fields away.
Wow.
Now in an environment like this where there's more security and safety, they can hear your heartbeat 4 feet away.
Wow.
So if you come into their presence and you are anxious or you're sad or you are nervous or you're angry, they will pick up on that.
Wow.
And the one thing that horses and donkeys need the most is safety. So for you to interact with them, you need to feel calm and help them feel safe. So they really become what we call like a window into your soul.
Wow.
And so they can teach you a lot of things. Like if you need to relax, they can help you to relax because that's how you're going to interact with them and connect with them.
Yeah.
And so they communicate with each other in their herd through the nonverbal communication, mainly through body language. So you can start to look at these animals and you can really see when they feel safe.
Yeah.
And then you can also see when they don't feel safe. And so that helps you to learn to adjust how you're feeling too.
Wow.
So they really teach you a lot.
Yeah. We temper our emotions based on it. What was interesting is, so that again, you could see them, they were just kind of all over there, very curious, very, but they seem very friendly.
They're
really
super
wanting
friendly.
to interact, to socialize.
They're super, they are very social animals. In fact, donkeys very much so bond with another animal, and they generally need to be with another donkey. They can bond with other animals too, but they like another donkey. And then horses are herd animals, so they definitely have a social structure that makes them feel safe and comfortable. So, yeah.
And you've seen them when you've had them out at the hospice facilities, when you've had them, again, at the assisted living, that sort of thing. What have you seen in terms of the impact that they have on individuals and on the groups that they're?
Yeah, so, I mean, the biggest, well, gosh, so many things, right? But I think comfort is really one thing. They are different animals when you bring them to hospice. So when we're at hospice, they might be a little frisky on the way getting there, right? And Ginny's wanting some attention
How are you? Yes.
But once you get there, they seem to know that they're there for a job, and they really pick up on the emotions and what someone needs. So they bring that comfort of just being near them, being in their presence, and helping you to self-regulate your feelings. Comfort is huge. Laughter, joy, that's big.
Yes,
in those moments where you're under a lot of stress, they bring a lot of happiness.
Yeah. And that's the thing I really have sensed, even just being here with you for this hour or so that we've been present with you, is I'm going to tell you, I just feel very relaxed being out here. And I've been smiling the whole time. It's just made me very happy. It does bring a lot of joy. And that's, you know, when people talk about hospice, oftentimes they think, again, it's such a difficult time. Obviously, people are dying, but really the focus is not around death. It's around helping people to live fully for whatever time they have left. And I feel like this actually kind of fits right in there in that area as well.
It really does. And coming back to that point of helping someone be present in the moment.
Yes.
And thinking of the now. It will take you away from what's happening around you in the world and have you be present.
Yeah.
And enjoy that interaction that the animals may have with your family member, or that if your family members need a moment of time away and comfort, they have that with the minis.
Yes. So the how do people locate? How do they get a hold of you? How do they know, like, this is something that we need? This is something that's going to help the people that we're caring for.
Absolutely. So we have a website called Minis with a Mission, and that's how you can locate us on Google. Just do a Minis with a Mission search. We also have a Facebook page. And we also have Instagram as well. If anyone's interested in that, we're trying to reach as many people as possible. We have on our Facebook page, it tells you, our home page, our website, it will tell you how to reach us. You can email us at aboutminimission@gmail.com.
Okay.
Right? And we also have on our page a what's happening, so you can see what events we're doing in the community. So we even go out to fun community festivals with the minis to bring joy.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So reach out to us. We bring the animals to places. We also have the animals, or have people come and see the animals here at the farm.
So they can do it either way.
They can.
And certainly, you know, like with the people that we're caring for, harder for that to happen. So you can either go to them or they can come to you.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Yeah. That's wonderful. So so tell us, like, again, this distinction. So how would you choose, like, or what's the difference between a donkey and a mini horse?
So they're basically different animals, right? So a donkey, you can see physically they're a little different. They've got the longer ears.
Yep.
They have the longer, little different shape of their face. We have donkeys that are miniature donkeys that are just smaller in size. And you can see Flossie and Pearl are more of a standard size donkey.
Yes.
And then Ginny, being a mini horse, she's under 36 inches, is kind of what they say for a miniature horse. Their personalities are a little different. They're both equine, so they have that safety first mentality.
Yep.
But donkeys are a little more about self-preservation. So sometimes they're used for livestock protection.
Okay.
Because they have a natural enemy, coyotes and that sort of thing, that are their prey of. But they can be very vicious with a coyote.
Wow.
And that means sometimes with dogs as well.
Really? Oh, wow.
Bucko could care less about a dog. Flossie is someone that would slowly attack a coyote or a dog.
Wow.
But the donkeys are super smart, and they will think before they do anything. So you'll see that when you guys came in here, surprisingly, Flossie was laying down sleeping on the ground while we were walking around her, so she felt very safe with you guys.
Yeah.
But they generally, if you ask them to do something, they will think through it before they do it.
Yes.
Whereas a mini horse, they react a little quicker than a donkey. Yep. So they get a bad rap saying that they're stubborn. Yes. But they're actually super smart, and they think before they go and do something.
Yeah, yeah. So is a mini horse, you said 36 inches?
Yeah.
Are there any that are small? What's the smallest that you can get a mini horse?
They have like even smaller, super small ones that I think, I mean, they're like the size of a dog, like a really small dog. Yeah. Yeah. You might have seen some of those cute little videos.
They can get really small,
yes,
can't they?
They can.
You don't ride them.
You know what? You can.
You can?
You can ride a donkey. There are, they need to be trained to do so. They don't have as smooth of a gait, depending on the donkey. I've seen some donkeys that have a really nice gait, but these guys, you wouldn't want to ride them. Yeah.
But with the mini horses, though, you wouldn't.
So you can ride mini horses. In fact, Romeo, our mini horse, can be ridden, and we have a lot of kids that will come and ride him. And he's actually rides really well. A lot of kids have a lot of fun with Romeo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are some of the reactions that you've seen, again, from people? Like I said, we're working with people at Endelet, but we also have people, again, with a variety of different illnesses, and some being a various type of Alzheimer's or the dementia, that sort of thing. But for a number of different reasons, they can be on our service for many medical issues. But also you're talking about there's work that's being done with other types of groups as well.
Yeah. So, I mean, we have volunteers who need some help with some of their social skills, and they come here and amazing things happen in terms of their self-confidence and their communication skills. And we have some amazing stories with those folks. We also have some schools that have come to us with kids that have been autistic. Yep. And we have had those after event stories where we've had some kids that have been autistic that have never spoken that spoke when they were in the paddock for the first time. Wow. So we work with kids that are at risk. Yeah. So kids that really need that help with anger management maybe, or anxiety and trust. Yep. And these are wonderful teachers for that sort of population. So really, I mean, humans need to connect and be happy, and we all have ways that we need to heal. So really any population and every population we say could benefit and enjoy.
Well, when you think about pet therapy, to tell you the truth, you're not thinking horses, you're not thinking donkeys, right?
You are not.
But again, you're really enlightening us today of really how, again, you should be thinking along these lines, and you can be. And I'm sure you have people, again, like that, and we certainly do. Like, we'll have patients that some of their passion has been that they may have had a horse and this and that, and we get this with dogs too. And when they're at end of life, they really want to have that connection. And maybe their dog's maybe not there anymore, but they're asking and looking for that animal contact.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, we have people that they brighten up and they will share, oh, I had a horse when I was growing up, or I had a donkey. when I was growing up, and they would tell stories, and they lighten up because of those wonderful stories, because they've experienced that human equine connection over a long period of time.
So I could see where this would also elicit, so that there we come into eliciting more, like even around life review and other memories for people too, in addition to the hello, in addition to everything else. It can do a lot of that as well.
It absolutely does.
That's neat.
It absolutely does. So, I mean, really, the way that they can identify and feel what is around them, they give you what you need in the moment. And it's very, very something that I experienced that I was like, wow, I got to be part of this. This is great.
Absolutely. So are you, in terms of like, are you available like weekends, days, that sort of thing? Like if people call you and say, listen, we want to have our loved one come and have this interaction, or we want you to come to us. How does that?
So we are all volunteers. So we are available, we make ourselves available upon request.
Okay.
So if people contact us through either our email about minimission@gmail.com or on our website, which has our contact information, we can arrange what works best for an individual or facility and determine if it's best for us to go to that facility or for them to come here. So we make it work out as much as we can, and we need volunteers. Anyone who is passionate about handling the animals and coming with us on events, we welcome anyone for that.
Nice.
And anything else for a nonprofit that a nonprofit needs, that help with social media, that help with fundraising, that help with organizing events or the paperwork and donors and that sort of stuff.
So you do a little orientation with them around the animals and all of that, and help them to feel comfortable and be a part.
We do. We have, safety is really important for us and for the animals as well as the community. So we have an orientation program for our volunteers, which covers a lot, the history, some of that behavior, what the animals are telling us with their body language, safety and how to handle them. Giving them experience. We train them as well to be feeling safe in the community in the different environments with wheelchairs or with balloons or that sort of thing, flowers. I mean, they can be, they're very observant and curious, so they will notice everything.
That is great. So I want to make sure we get to cover everything today in terms of the things you want to share with the audience, because again, I mean, there's so much to talk about with this, but is there anything that we didn't cover that you really want to make sure that the audience understands about the minis and the mission too, right?
I mean, I guess some really important things is that we need support financially for us to be able to run our programs. And so we accept donations of all kinds. We have an Amazon Smile account where people can contribute financially through joining us, finding our charity on Amazon Smile.
Very good.
We look for support through our volunteers that join us. And then of course we take financial donations as well. And you can find that on our website as well. And then we'll be having some other fundraising events coming up. So we have some pet and play opportunities here at the farm, where we're going to have some books with Bucko, our little guy here, and have some places where the little kids can play and enjoy the farm animals.
Oh, that's great.
And we're going to be auctioning off a helicopter ride. We have Renee Cooper, our husband of Renee Cooper, is a pilot. And so we're going to be auctioning off a helicopter, a Seacoast helicopter ride with him. And so we would love to have people come and bid on that. And that's going to be over the next couple of weeks.
Wow, that is fabulous. Well, I'll tell you, I hope people have watched the show, and I hope that they learn all about this and that they contact you around Minis with a Mission. And I hope they also contact Renee from Diamond Brook Farm, because this is amazing. You gals are unbelievable, and again, clear how much you care about this and what you have to offer people. So I hope again that people reach out. So I want to thank you so much for being a part of this program today and welcoming us. And thank you. You know, I'm saying hi to Renee in the background because welcoming us to be a part of this and to be here on your wonderful farm. And thanks so much for talking about what you do.
We love sharing these animals, the joy with everyone. And I think we should now go in and play with the
I know, I think so too, because they certainly love the attention, I'll tell you. This is great. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Mary, so much.
And again, thanks everybody for tuning in to Timing is Everything and being a part of this special program out on location at Diamond Brook Farm in Boxford, Mass. Thank you so much.